There we go. Every time. Windows doesn't update. It breaks all my audio settings. That's always fun, isn't it? It's always good stuff. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. It is Me Time Monday. We are here. We are live. We are good. We're cooking. We're doing stuff. This is telling me that apparently the audio bitrate is wrong. It's at 0 apparently, which is just not true. Can you guys hear me okay? You can hear me all right? Everybody? It's all good, right? It's not just a complete mute stream. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on. This is fun, isn't it? Guys, today has been tough, okay? Like, I had a very careful day of filming planned out. And it sadly wasn't meant to be because next door have been hammering. They've literally just stopped about 7 minutes ago. I was like, I think the stream might not be able to happen because it's literally just been boo 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 boo, break for 2 seconds, boo 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 for like 20 minutes, not 20 minutes, for 6 hours. It's been awful. You guys are already being crazily generous. Cameron, member for 13 months. 13 might be unlucky for some, but definitely not for me in this case. Here's to the next 13. Thank you very much for the membership for 13 months, Cameron. You're an absolute legend. And then Jack has gifted 10 Warhipster memberships. 10? 10? 10, Jeremy. 10? Thank you very much, Jack. That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you so much. I put us on 360. We need like 90 more. How do I pronounce your surname, Jack? Is it Mikesell or Mikasell? How do I pronounce your surname? Mikesell. Okay. Good. Do you share a wall with your neighbour? That is always a pain. Yes, I do share a wall with my neighbour. They're usually very quiet. But today, she's been hammering all day. And what sounded like somebody was just hoovering the playing field. So I had to have the window closed for about 2 hours whilst I was trying to do stuff. And I was like, it's lost cause. Lost cause today. The entire day just kind of written off. It's awful. It's truly bad. Truly bad. Fun trivia. My family started the first potato chip company in the US. Mike sells potato chips. Well, that's incredible. That's very cool. Anyway, is next door doing OF content or DIY? I don't know. One of the two. I hope it. To be honest, I would be less annoyed if it was OF content. To be honest, I'd be like, okay, cool. You earn your living. You do you. You know, literally. But yeah, it's just it is the problem with this place. We live in a rented flat that we cannot do anything to because we don't own it. So I can't soundproof this place. Also didn't really have the room up here. But I'm in a loft conversion, right? So there's no insulating whatsoever. And then during the summer, all the heat gets trapped up here. And during the winter, it's really damn cold. So, you know, it's not the best setup. It's also leaky as hell. There is no sound protection in here whatsoever. And the only light we have is a tiny little skylight over there, which I had to have closed most this afternoon, so it was really warm up here. So yeah, it's just, yeah. This room, man. I hate this room. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to move, whenever that will be. So if you would like to help me move, here's the YouTubey bit. If you would like to help me move to a studio which doesn't drive me insane on a daily basis, please do consider leaving a like on the stream, because it helps the channel grow. And if you want to support the channel a little bit further, instead of just liking the stream, you can subscribe to the channel as well, which means you'll always be notified whenever we go live or whenever a video goes out. And then, if you would like to become a member, you can. It's a way to financially support the channel. And if you're already a member, you can gift some memberships. We have a goal of 450. We're 90 away from it, so quite a fair way away. And of course, if you want to ask any super dying questions or give me any compliments or hurl any insults at me, you can send a postcard by sending a super chat. Because without you guys, we'll never get out of this terrible room. But also, we can't even keep the lights on in the terrible room. So there you go. Anyway, today we are going to be finishing off the Kharadron Overlords Spearhead. And if I press this button, you should be able to see it. There it is. So I finally finished the frigate. Of course, it's not going to focus now. No, it's not going to do it. There we go. There we go. The frigate is now finished. It looks absolutely fantastic. I really like it. I'm really pleased with how it's come out. So the frigate's done, as are the engine riggers. There they are. And here's Drekkie. He's already been done for ages. He is a replacement for the Admiral, just because I thought it would be cool. And we have the Archanaut Company as well. Oh my goodness me. Guys, Aucklin, is that how I say it? Has gifted 5 of the finest Warhipster membership like an absolute legend. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if I absolutely butchered your name. That is incredible. And Vicious Goose, thank you very much for the $10 for the lights! For the lights! For Gondor! Legends. Legends, all of you. Incredible stuff. Incredible scenes here at Warhipster Tales. What blue should I use to paint the bird from Zandire's Truth Seekers? Zandire's Truth Seekers. I have painted these. I think I used... To be honest, I would probably have used something like... it's a slightly weird blue, isn't it? Zandire's Truth Seekers. This Games Workshop website, man. In case you hadn't noticed, Josh, you hadn't logged in today, so we're going to log you in, and then we're going to put you back to the home page and make you search for it again. This website, man, honestly, is the worst. I would probably go with something like hang on. The Black Talons. This video right here, Cameron. Check out how I painted the bird in the Black Talons. And that should help you with Zandire's Truth Seekers. How was the boat to paint? Honestly, really annoying and frustrating. Don't build it. Don't paint it in a single assembly. My camera isn't even on. Good. We're doing well. I have made a chimera rat, a rat hydra. It's horrible. Sounds horrible, but also awesome. Oh, and then you just kick your desk and everything goes everywhere. That's good. I'm clearly I'm all 6s and 7s today. I think it's because my brain is overstimulated from all the hammering. Like, it was actually giving me heart palpitations earlier. I was getting really, really frustrated and angry and annoyed at it. And I nearly screamed. So I think I'm still calming down from that. But yeah, let's get on with basing, shall we? Some nice relaxing basing. Said no one ever. It's why I've put gentle music on. I was like, I can't handle anything loud at the minute. Yeah, the sorry, to answer the question about the boat. The boat was fine. It was just a little bit of a pain in the butt to try and get painted fully assembled. So I would probably recommend a sub-assembly for it, to be honest, just to make it a little bit easier on you. And also, I would try and find a way of holding it that's better than how I do in the video. That's comfortable, because I was ended up holding the boat a lot like, you know, like this to try and paint it, and it was just putting a lot of strain on my thumb here. The guys at my local Warhammer store thinks they'll try to get all of the Horus Heresy resin models to plastic eventually. A plastic Thunderhawk would be incredible. A plastic Thunderhawk would be incredible. I don't know if it ever will make its way into plastic. It would be fun if it did. How many sub-assemblies? I'd probably leave the crew and the balloons off. Would probably be how I would do it. Cool. So we're talking Tyrant Skull, of course. I'm going to just dry brush this over the top of all of the soil. We don't have any tactical rocks in the Kharadron, apart from the tactical squid that Dreki has. But that's been done a long time. This is a little too jazzy for my liking. Like I said, my brain just can't handle it at the minute. I want relaxing. Give me laid back. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. So I can only apologise today if the usual levels of entertainment aren't there. Like I said, it's just been a really stressful day, just because of weirdly I'm figuring this out about myself as I'm getting older. That like exposure to loud noises constantly and consistently is just it's like a proper it's like a ripsaw. It's horrible. Like it throws off my equilibrium. It like completely unbalances me. So that my words just go all over the place and my brain can't focus. And then you couple that with not being able to actually achieve like probably 90% of what I'd wanted to do so far today. It then makes me sad because I'm like, cool, well, I'm definitely up till 5 o'clock in the morning tonight to try and catch up. And that was a likely thing to happen anyway, because, you know, I have a terrible sleep schedule anyway because of this very reason. But when it happens so consistently over the course of an evening or afternoon and a morning, I kind of get a little bit sad about it because I'm like, oh, maybe I could have gone to bed early tonight. Probably wasn't going to, but do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Does that all make sense? Is that making sense for you guys? Show that you don't fall asleep. There'll be no chance of that, Colonel. I'll shout if you fall asleep. I'll be really sad. No, I can't black hole eyes, because if the same thing happens tomorrow, I've lost 2 days. So I was due to start filming at 2, and I couldn't because of the hammering. So if I go to bed and they do the same thing tomorrow, I've lost 2 days of filming then. I got a lot of stuff to do. You know, the weekends are the worst. Is when they when everyone decides to mow their lawn all at once. Like I said, we've just got no insulation here whatsoever, so it's just a case of suck it up and get on with it. So with Kharadron Overlords, how many spearheads is that for you, Josh? This will be the 9th one that I've done. So spearhead number 9. Now, I do actually also have, and if we get through the basing element of today pretty quickly, what I do actually also have is Daughters of Cain Spearhead to do as well. And I need to get the jump on building it. So, depending on how it goes today on the stream, we might be able to get some Daughters of Cain built as well. Or at least kind of, you know, have a quick look at the sprues in that, which will put me on a lovely 10 spearheads of I think there's 24. Is that right? Someone count. I can try and remember them off the top of my head. What do we have? No, you're done, Drekkie. You don't need any basing. So we have 4 death factions in the form of Flesh Eater Courts, Ossiarch Bone Reapers, Soulblight Gravelords, and the Night Haunt. We have 4 destruction in the form of Sons of Bahamut, Orruk Warclans, Ogre tribes, and I'm missing one. Who am I forgetting about? Gloomspite Gits. Chaos is a little different because there's Blades of Chaos. So that's 8. There's Blades of Chaos. There's Disciples of Tzeentch. There's Hedonites of Slaanesh. And there's... who have I forgotten? Maggotkin of Nurgle. So there's 4. And then you have your Slaves to Darkness as well. So that's 5. And then you have your Skaven. So that's 7. No, that's 6. And there must be another Chaos faction I'm forgetting about. Am I forgetting about another Chaos faction, chat? Who am I forgetting about? Is there only 6 Chaos factions? Beasts of Chaos, but they're being legends did. So I don't know if they will have a spearhead. I don't think they will. Can the Elfie boys take a Luminarch in their Spearhead? I'd love to see you paint it in the Celestial Hurricanum someday. Lovely models. No, the Lumineth Spearhead is 10 Wardens, 10 Sentinels, 5 Blade Lords, and a Cenari Cathalar. Yeah, no, Hedonites. I think I got them. Hedonites, Maggotkin, Blades, Disciples, Slaves, and Skaven. I think those are the only Chaos factions. I think my memory is holding true. Order, you then have you have Kharadron, Fire Slayers, Stormcast, Cities, Sylvaneth, Seraphon. I'm sure I've forgotten one. Ideneth and Lumineth, if I hadn't already said them. We need more Ideneth love. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The Ideneth definitely need a second wave of miniatures. I'd like them to get like a heavy infantry. One thing that surprises me about the Ideneth is that they don't have a transport. You'd have thought that the Achillean Leviathan would be one, but I think they could do with having a second wave. I also think Fire Slayers, they desperately need some extra stuff. Seraphon, I think we're mostly good on. Stormcast, they're getting stuff regardless of whether they have enough or not. Cities also, I think cities, they don't need any more human units, but what the cities of Sigmar could do with is actually, these Dwarden and the elves, the kind of the other denizens of the cities of Sigmar, because it's not just humans that live there. If ever you listen to any Age of Sigmar books that involve the cities of Sigmar, they'll have a cogsmith and there'll be collegiate arcana, which are various different races in Age of Sigmar. But yeah, I think cities could do with a second wave, only to kind of update things like the dispossessed and stuff. I also think Daughters of Cain, that range is really small, and that could do with something. Sylvaneth, I think, are in a reasonably good place. Lumineth have got quite a big range already, and yet they still feel like they're missing quite a significant chunk of them. Slaves to Darkness have had a couple of really good glow-ups in the last edition. Obviously, there was the Slaves to Darkness glow-up, and then we finished out the edition with the Dark Oath, which is an upgrade to the Marauders. So Slaves to Darkness are in a really good space now. You know, they've had tons of love in the last edition, which is really cool. Blades of Corn definitely needs an update. 100% Blades of Corn needs something. Hedonites are okay. What I think the other kind of, because I think like Disciples of Tzeentch are in a reasonably good spot as well, but what they really do need is I think demon upgrades, which we've seen the beginnings of with Slave to Darkness, right? So we got the new demon prince, but I would almost be up for, and I suspect this is what the model they're going to get for 40k, I would guess. I think there'll be a new like undivided herald, just a generic herald, so basically like a demon lieutenant, I would guess. Would be what I would say. And like for Tzeentch, they've got the excellent Lord of Change, and they've got the excellent Changeling, and the Zangors are nice, and the Kyrok Acolytes are nice, and all the disc things are really nice. They're only missing one or two bits. Like the Curseling's really cool. Maybe again some heavy infantry. Have you done the Fishboy Spearhead? I have not. Stormcast need an update. I agree, Baradon. I would be happy if Stormcast got released every month. Sorry if it's already been asked, but do you plan on painting the Skaven type box when it comes out? I do indeed, Fist and Dantilius. Fist and Dantilus 2000. Sorry, I added an I. I think what the Disciples of Tzeentch need more than anything is they need a cavalry unit and they need a heavy infantry unit. But that's probably about it. Zangor Skyfires, absolutely fine. You don't want them to have too much because they've got all of the magic. All the magic. Given time, we have an abundance of Stormcast lieutenants. Enjoy. We've already had that. It goes under the radar a little bit, but the amount of Knight Questers that we've had for Stormcast Eternals is quite a significant amount. Right. Do you like my huge sort of collection of... do you think they'll make updated Hex Race ever? I don't know. We need the tiny dry green. We don't need the tiny beige. Dry green we could maybe use. Yeah. Tiny dark moss, tiny dry green. Oh, I've got one in progress. Boo. Burned, dark moss, copper brown. No. Winter. We will probably need the mixed green 6 mils. Yeah. I think that ought to do us. I just want stuff for Horus Heresy Salamanders. I think you'll eventually get what they call the Draxward. The group, the characters that accompanied Vulcan to Terra. I think you'll probably get them eventually. They haven't yet started doing plastic Legion specific Terminators, so at the moment there's the Fire Drakes, obviously, that you can get, but We'll start here. I'm going to go for some big old 6mm tufts first. Do that. Do that. Put one like here. Put a small one in here. That should do it for big 6mm. Should we add some flowers to this one? I think we could add some flowers, couldn't we? Could use some of these garden flowers. Yes, yes to flowers. Let's go with some of these. I think they're a nice colour to add. They at least won't clash with the blue. There's never a wrong occasion for flowers. I like it. Let's have a couple of sets of roses, shall we? I'll put some roses there. And put some here. Should we go for a third? Yeah, why not? And we'll put a third one like there, like that. And then what we do is we take some dry green 2mm, but not the tiny dry green yet. And we add like 4 bits of this. Like so. Okay, a little bit more than 4. Do that. I think we might add a white flower. I think adding just a little bit of white flowers in here. Where are my white flowers? There they are. Good morning, Star Pilot. It is the legendary Star Pilot. You're the legendary Captain Mannerings. You're all legendary for attending here. Beardhammer Wargaming has been a member for 5 months. Says, wasn't able to interact with you and your channel, but you will never lose my support. Even when life gets rough, we should remember to support what we love, and that is your work and the hobby. Thank you very much, Beardhammer Wargaming. And thank you very much for the 1 gifted membership. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you. We're off to the races today, guys. That's 16 new members already today. So, thank you very much. As I said, if you'd like to become a member, you can. Or you can wait for one of the lovely people to be very generous and gift you one. And if they do gift you one, make sure that you come and join us in the Discord. Because the Discord kicks ass. Tomorrow I'm going to be editing a pile of videos. In the morning. So we should have some early access videos for you as well. Can pop that to one side for the moment. We are going to require it in a minute, but instead we are going to grab out this, and I suspect we are going to use the whole thing. I managed to submit the same model for Tale of Warhipster, so no need to take a look at my Silent King again. Okay, if you're sure, do next. We can look at it again. Good evening, Bunyip Studios. I'm starting to think we might need a second colour of grass on this base. Just to make it look a little bit more interesting. What do you guys think? Are the flowers interesting enough? To carry some visual interest. What do you think? I'm beholden to your opinions. Got some cotton wool clouds. I do not. I do not. I think you're right, it needs some more variation. Yeah. What should we go with? Beige? No. Could throw in some wintry tufts. Yeah, go on. Let's throw in some winter grass. Why not? Just a little spot over. What's that tiny tuft? The tiny tuft is tiny dry green from Gamer's Grass. There you go. Just a little bit of some 5mm winter. Just throw that in there. Let's put this one here. Now that. What do you think? Oh, that looks better. And that. Nice and simple. Could add some snow if it's in the mountains. I could, but I don't really want to do a snowy base on these guys. Because I'd have to then make it consistent across the rest of the Kharadron. And the reason I don't want to do that is because the addition of the extra white will make them look really cold. Hello, random salutation. So now you just put that on there. And now you can't see the base from the top-down view. There we go. One down. So for the others... Oh, we probably need the wintry tufts. For the Endrin riggers. So what we'll do here for these guys, these little balloon boys, is we're going to pop one big old wintry tuft on there. We're going to put one on this guy. And we'll put two smaller ones on this gentleman. Like that. And then we go in with the tiny dries. Just like that. Just add a little bit of consistency. There we go. 2 down. Well, 3 down. Just realised then I was tensing my hip. So why does my hip hurt? Does anyone else do that? You just realise that you've been tensing a muscle for ages? Just holding tension in your body for no apparent reason. Lovely. Will you do a guide for Nagash? One day I will. I have a question for you. What is the due date for the last Tales video? You've got ages. It will be... How many days are there in... Are we June? 30 days is September, April, June and November. You've got 13 days. Yeah, I have a Nagash. But as always with the large models, I basically need to have a spare week. And I could have done them during me time May, but I got excited about Spearhead instead. So painting models like Nagash and that, whilst it would have been fun to do, they can be quite stressful and hard work. And I was trying to like not. I was trying to have a relaxing month ahead of this month when I thought Skaventide might come out mid-June, but it didn't. Instead, it's coming out at the end of June, which is exciting. Brainbug 101, member for 2 months. Thanks, Josh, for all your hard work you do. You're very welcome, Brainbug. Thank you very much for 2 months of membership. That is incredible. Goblin Horde, good evening. GW just announced the Mouse Strain Coalescence. That's a disgusting one. Yeah, I saw it just before I went live. We can have a look at it if you like. If you haven't already seen it, guys, go to the Warhammer community. You can see an absolutely devastatingly disgusting model from Games Workshop in all the best ways. If I wasn't so excited for Age of Sigmar 4 right now, if I was as tapped out by AOS 4 as I am by 40k, Necromunda would actually absolutely be where I would be going. Well, Necromunda and Blood Bowl would absolutely be what I'd be focusing on. But as it happens, I'm just very into AOS right now. I mean, I always have been. That's never changed, but have you assembled any Nighthawk with big gaps in the robes? Any tips on how to fill/fix? I haven't. No. It depends on how big the gap is. If it's like, if it can't be pressed together and like held with glue or super glue, then I would recommend probably using some liquid green stuff or sprue goo or whatever you prefer to use for to do that. Quite often, what I like to do is kind of just press them together and then use glue over the top of it to seal it down. But the Nighthaunt are notorious for it. Same thing for like the Praetors for the Stormcast Eternals. Then at the same time, like sometimes like a gap can really bother me if it's really, really, really bad. But at other times, I don't have time to sit and fret over it. So I'm not great at building miniatures. We'll just point out I'm one of the worst builders that you'll ever meet. Because I'm just like, cool, it's done, it's built. There's a gap there, don't care. I can deal with it when I paint it, as it were. So like I said, sometimes it depends on the actual gap. Because sometimes if it's like a little gap, you can actually just pretend it's an edge and just fill it with paint as an edge highlight, which is what I do sometimes. And it sounds like it draws more attention to it, but actually it doesn't. It just it fills what looks like a dark gap. You end up just running the highlight color down the middle of said gap, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. That's another edge in the cloak. Has anyone got any experience of building Daughters of Cain and knowing how long it takes to do them? Like, are they horrible to build? I know some of their kits are quite old. Like the Witch Elves, for example. I have a lore question about Skaven. Way too... go on. They take way too long to build. Daughters, luckily, are fine to build. The cauldron can be a bit tricky, but the rest is okay. Well, that's good, because I don't have a cauldron to build. I have a Melusite iron scale. I have 5 blood stalkers, 10 witch elves, and 5 Doomfire warlocks. It's actually quite a sizable spearhead. But I realised, like, with that spearhead and all the other stuff that I have in stock, plus the couple of videos I have actually done on the Daughters of Cain, I've got in AOS 3 money anyway. I've got 2,000 point army of Daughters of Cain, so it'd be quite nice to get that one started, right? Because I feel like AOS 4 could potentially be like a new dawn for Age of Sigmar, and if that is the case, I have a feeling that some of my friends on other channels would quite appreciate having extra armies to perhaps use for battle reports and stuff. So I'm kind of like, I know that I could finish off a Kharadron army. I just don't want to do it right now, having just, you know, done this. I also need to see what their rules are like, but I know that like this in AOS 3 money is like 600 points or something like that. I did count it up the other day, so it's a really good start. Plus I have the Code Right. That's another model that's been done for the Kharadron. There we go. Tufts all done. Oh, bin's right there. Goblin Horde, thank you very much for the 10. Thank you, Josh. Because of you, I have already completed a Spearhead, and I'm ready to play my first wargame and started a second Spearhead. Goblin Horde, that is incredible. I love to hear that. Thank you so much for the £10. That is very, very, very kind of you. You're the best. King Auric has gifted 5 of the finest Warhipster memberships like a boss. Thank you so much, King Auric. We're on 21 new members today, guys. You guys are absolutely... It's a barnstormer of a stream. Thank you. Thank you so much. 29 more and we'll reach 400 again. Do you paint them to match the clans, not to match the army as a whole, to be lore friendly? So the thing with Skaven is there are, as I understand it, and someone will probably correct me in the chat, so please do correct me if I'm completely wrong, but the clans specialize in particular things, right? So Eshin is all about like like assassins and things. They produce the sneaky rats. So whilst there are Eshin clan rats and there are, you know, Eshin things like that, generally, actually, the clan rats and stuff the bulk of them, as I understand it, are made up of things like Verminous, Clan Verminous and Clan Moors and stuff like that. Edward, thank you very much for being a member for 10 months. You're a legend. Those are some pretty tufts. Thank you, Laura. I love tufts. Ever since I grew up out of Games Workshop only tufts, I'm like, yeah, tufts are the best. Particularly when it comes to little flowers. I love those. I got the garden flowers set. This one. So it comes with the violet, these orange, it comes with these pink ones, and there's a slightly redder one under there. You can see them there. It's a really nice little set, that one. But yeah, so yeah, as I understand it, the way it kind of works is that your Jezzails and things will come from Scryer. So they're painted with colours of Scryer. Your mutants and things will come from Moulder and stuff like that. So it's more of a kind of eclectic force of colour. And so like things like the clan rats don't really have a set uniform. They might cleave to a colour based on the clan they might be representing. So for example, you might do something like paint a couple of shields red here or there, or have like the odd bit of red in some of their clothing. But actually, generally, they're all going to be in like sort of drab cloth and stuff like that. At least that's how I think they're positioning Skaven now, as more of a united race than they've ever been before. Is how I understand it. Again, I could be completely wrong. So if you look at the Games Workshop, in fact, you know, we'll do it live. So go here and then turn that on. Yeah. So if we scroll down. So for example, he's painted as a Moors or Moulder, I think. The grace here comes from the Master Clan, I think is what it's called. The Clawlords of Clan Verminous are born survivors with a zeal of power, yet only the most accomplished or conniving can pull the strings needed to acquire Twisted Norbeast from the clan's Moulder, as well as a lethal rattling pistol forged by the clan's Scryer. So you see what I mean? So, Clan Verminous, clan's Moulder, and the gun is from Scryer. Clan's Scryer colours there. Scryer for the War Machine, but these would be the Rat Ogres are created by Clan's Moulder and then outfitted with Clan's Scryer weaponry, if you see what I mean. The Jezzails, they're from Scryer. Clan Rats, again, disposable dregs of the Clan's Verminous. So that's how they've painted them here. So that you can see the flocks of red here, and kind of all over the place, to add just kind of that hint of red. But you'll also see, like, for example, this guy, he's got red on the shield, but his clothes are sort of green and drab and grey and horrible. Does that make sense? Right, we need a piece of paper. There's one right here. Because we need a bad one black. We only need to really do this for the rims on the Archnaut Company, because the rest of it was all primed off base, so I didn't have to do that. One. And a 2. And a 3. Four. Halfway. Six. That's 7. Eight. Number 9. And here it comes, number 10. Lovely. Now we sit and wait for them to dry. Matt, very good. You just got back from download. How was it? I saw it was very wet. Tattooed zoologist. Are there any specific models you have painted yet but want to when you can? I mean, there's lots. Pretty much everything I haven't done. I'd love to be able to say I've painted literally everything in the range one day, but the range is always growing, and I am but one man. I think we're already on like something like... How many videos have I done? According to YouTube, it's something like 870 or something like that. Let's have a look. $866 videos I've apparently done. Are there any contrast paints that can give me a similar effect to Aethermatic Blue, but green, red, or purple? If not, what can I dilute with medium to get there? Red's the trickiest one, because the reds are really powerful. So both Blood Angels Red and Flesh Terrors Red are quite strong. The closest you could probably get to Aethermatic Blue with a red is either Berserker Bloodshade, but it's quite cold, or thin down Blood Angels Red quite significantly. The other thing you can try is for red, Arch Revenant. So if you check out this video... So this is my Arch Revenant done in my scheme. There's sort of pinky reds going on in there. There's a couple of mixes and stuff that are quite cool. As for green, one of the best ones for getting kind of that Aethermatic Blue-esque sort of thing, I would probably recommend just using Baletan Green straight out the pot. Baletan Green's very good for that. I know it's a shade, but the new reformulated shades are very good at being thin colours. As for purple, Druchii Violet will probably just about do you. But if you want to, you can also thin down something like Luxion Purple for a different tone of purple to be a sort of more Aethermatic style. But I would take kind of a researcher's eye on what the ratio would be. I wouldn't know 100%. I wouldn't like to direct you wrong, but you're probably looking at 2 or 3 parts, contrast or Larmian medium. Probably contrast medium to keep it closer to what Aethermatic Blue does, I would say, rather than Larmian to make it more watery. You'd want it to be more contrasty. So yeah, probably contrast medium. Would be my recommendation, I reckon. I also I had an idea, guys. I had an idea about I figured out what I want to do for the Stormcast when it comes to Skaven Tide. So I'm going to paint the majority of it as Hallowed Knights to go with the 1,000 points or so of Hallowed Knights that I recently finished in the video last week, which you can see here on live on YouTube if you want to get a head start on getting some Hallowed Knights together. But I'm going to do the majority of it as Hallowed Knights. But I'm going to leave 5 Liberators aside. And I'm going to do the other 5 Liberators in 5 other Storm hosts that I've not done before. And I'm going to tell you which ones those are once I look at my list. Where are you? There we go. So, Sons of the Gladius, which is a lovely green colour on the armour. I'm going to go for Sons of the Gladius. It's kind of like Salamanders. I'm going to do Astral Templars. We've done Silas Beastbane, but a lot of people ask me, how do you paint Astral Templars? So I think doing a video is just how to paint Astral Templars is going to be a good idea. I'm going to do Stormblood Guard as well, which is a really lovely scheme. If you haven't seen it, do look it up. Sons of Malice, another really lovely scheme. And the Celestial Warbringers, which is slightly different to the Astral Templars, but only slightly. So yeah, I'm going to do them because we've already done Anvils, Hammers, Hallowed Knights, Knights Excelsior, Tempest Lords, Celestial Vindicators. We've already done like 6 of the big ones. So I wanted to go for some more slightly different ones just to show how cool the box, how cool those things can be painted. Because Stormcast are lovely. And then I have decided that with the Skaven, I'm just going to paint them as they are on the box. Because as we were talking about earlier, certain things are allied to like Eshin. Some things are Moors, some things are Pestilence, some things are Rictus, some things are Scryer, some things are Moulder, something are Verminous, etc, etc. So actually what I'm going to do with the Skaven is I am just going to paint them the way they are on the box set, but that will give you enough different variations in things that will be able to do all of the clans if you wanted to, say, take whatever it is I do for the Jezzails and do it across the clan rats, for example. You could make some of the big Skaven albinos. Yeah. We can do stuff like that. Yeah, I figured out how I'm gonna paint it. I don't just need to get it and then paint it. Hello, Jacka Wonder Smock. Is that how I say your name? Because yeah, the thing I dislike doing entirely is when I put a video out saying how to paint Clan Moulder, and somebody goes, "There aren't any clan rats in Clan Moulder. This is a bad video. Dislike." I hate disappointing people like that. It's really annoying. But it's like there's 74 models in that box or something like that, which is an absolutely insane amount of models to paint. So I might do like 20 of the clan rats in one thing and then do the other 20 and split them out and do some slightly different things with it. We'll see. Have you painted Screech Vermin King yet? No, I haven't. I've done Thanquol and Bone Ripper, and I've done the Skaven Deathmaster. I'll show you my Deathmaster. Because I really enjoyed painting the Deathmaster. And it wasn't a very popular video. Here he is. So there's your Eshin rats right there. So yeah, I was really pleased with this one. If I move this white piece of paper out of the way, it should expose better. There you go. So my Skaven army's already off to the races. I missed it a couple of months ago, but what camera are you using right now? So this is the new camera. So this is the Sony A6700, which lets me do that. Gazing at the Skaven. Here's Dreki. I'm excited. I'm excited for Skaven. I never normally thought I would be, but I am excited for it. As part of the Grand Army of Chaos, of course. But yeah, this is a Sony A6700. I bought another lens for it, which is this one. This is a big old power zoom lens. However, I can't actually get the camera high enough in the room to be able to use it. So I need to either get a little separate, range shortener. I can't remember what you call them. Somebody in the chat knows. Or we need to move, because I've got sloped ceilings in here, which means I can't get my bloody camera high enough. Oh dear. Will you do variations in colours for the rat skin / fur? Yeah, no, I absolutely will, Star Pilot. So, I think if I was to tackle it, it's basically to do them in... the video is going to be interesting, isn't it? Because it's a unit of 20, and so it's not just like we're going to do all of the trousers brown and all of the shawls red. It's going to be a case of we're going to do them in batches of 5, get them to Warhipster battle ready, and then we're going to use minimal highlights to actually pull them up. So I have ideas in terms of like being able to use things like clever dry brushes, for example, like a dry brush of Screaming Skull. It's always great. But yeah, so we will do things like slightly various skin tones for the Skaven, rather than kind of making them all look exactly the same. I think I've got in my head probably about 6 or 7 recipes. Being a member for 3 months will upgrade my membership. You don't have to do that, Tattooed Zoologist. Thank you very much for being a member for 3 months. That's great. Like I said earlier, guys, the support on these streams is what really kind of keeps the keeps the channel afloat, really. Without you guys, there is no... I'd have had to go back and get a real job. months ago, to be able to refund being able to do this. So do we do... Well, that's a question, isn't it? Do we do the Skaven in batches of 4 so that there's 5 recipes, or do we do them in batches of 5 so there's 4 recipes? I think for a unit of 20, we do it in batches of 4 so that there's 5 recipes. I think that's what I should do. That makes the most sense to me. Because there's 40 of them as well in the box. So if we do it in 5 batches of 4 for Verminous, which is the box art basically, then you would have a really cool Verminous unit, and then that would mean that for the other 20 there could be another 5 batches of 4 but in different colours. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So that'll be 6. That'll be 6 Clan Rats videos. Same as there'll be 6 Liberators videos. Might I suggest alternating rats and Stormcast so you don't get rat burnout? Yeah. That's my idea. I'm undecided if I should get Skaven Tide or not. I still haven't finished Leviathan box and have a large pile already, but does look like an incredible deal of a box. I think if you don't want an extra stack of miniatures, then the thing to buy is probably going to be Fire and Jade and the core book. However, it depends on how those things are priced. Because the thing to bear in mind with Skaven Tide is even if you buy it like to play you can buy it to play Spearhead. It's got the terrain, it's got the mat, it's got the cards, and it's got 2 spearheads in the box. So even if you don't, I think it's a good investment from that perspective. However, if you don't plan on playing Spearhead, you probably don't need to buy it. But if you do plan on buying Spearhead, it's going to be the cheapest way to buy Spearhead. If you if you see what I mean. Taunus the Redeemed pre-order, also your tutorial to it, the secret recipe for Hollow Knights. I don't know if Taunus is going to be on pre-order on the 29th, but if he is, I'm going to be very, very, very surprised. Albino rats, please. Yeah, we can get some albinos in there. The mistake I made with Leviathan was not getting Leviathan. Yeah, I ended up spending more money overall between the book, the cards, the models, secondhand, etc. Total mistake. Yeah. So that can be the case. Plus, the savvy businessman. If you buy a copy of Skaven Tide and don't open it, and you wait 3 months and you're not going to do anything with it, you can sell it. Probably for a little bit more if it's no longer available, and then just buy the bits you need to play Spearhead. You see what I mean? That's one way of doing it. You can see it as an investment. We call those gentlemen scalpers. No, I call that buyer's remorse. But buying it and then immediately putting it on eBay. That's scalping. That's awful. Don't do that. That's not cool. But like 2-3 months later, or 6 months later, I think that's fine. I have to advise free model painting in my area as I have run out of models and having withdrawal symptoms not painting models. If you live nearby, tattooed zoologist, I'd hurl some models at you. I've got plenty. I had an email earlier today, and I don't know. I don't know if it's legit. From somebody pretending to be part of Elegoo. No, it wouldn't be to paint models for me. I'll just throw them at you and you can keep them. Right. We can probably do the second layer of a bad one black. Have you seen the metal markers you get for pre-order? Yeah, I have. I saw that they showed them off today. I thought they looked pretty cool. I want the command point trackers. The little light, twin tail comets and things. I wish I could just buy them, you know. I don't know if you can. Okay. Round 2 with a bad one black. Bosh. Beep, 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 beep. It's always much quicker on the second go round. Here we go. It's always delightfully tedious doing the bases. can't imagine it's the most riveting content, but this is my me time. I can only apologise. One more. And with that, the Kharadron Overlords Spearhead is now finished. That's exciting. That is... How many Spearheads do you have? I now have 9. And I have a 10th one in a box. Well, so in my possession, what I have is where are you? Spearheads. So I've done Stormcast Eternals, the old one, Flesh Eater Courts, Cities of Sigmar, Magickin of Nurgle, Orruk Warclans, Seraphon, Sylvaneth, Slaves to Darkness, and now Kharadron Overlords. They're all done. I own Lumineth Realm Lords and Soulblight Grave Lords, and I also own Daughters of Cain and most of Fire Slayers. I'm missing 11 models for that. I own most of Gloomspite Gits and a bit of Disciples of Tzeentch, but I don't own any of Blades of Khorne, Hedonites of Slaanesh, Ossiarch Bone Reapers, Ogre Maw Tribes, or... did I say Idoneth Deepkin? All Sons of Bahamut. I don't own that either. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, with Skaventide Stormcast, that'll be 12, and with the Skaven, that'll be 13. Stop there. Daughters of Cain, that'll be 14. And then I would need to do Gloomspite for 15 and Fire Slayers for 16. When will the videos be out? I was going to try and get them out this week. There's going to be quite a few videos that come out this week. So I might try and put out There'll be a video tomorrow. I know that for sure. Thursday and Friday. Because I have in my possession, I've got the Eisenhorn video, the Chariot video, and the Chaos Lord video yet to go out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. I've got 6 videos left from May, basically. So yeah, I think we'll do. Callus and Toll. Callus and Toll is here to be painted. Callus and Toll, Brands Oathbound, the the Nexus Chaotica, Fulgrim Transcended, Gandalf the White, the Army of the Dead. That's my non-project based stuff that is on the list to do in the coming weeks and months. Gandalf is resin. No, Gandalf's plastic. Iron Jaws is likely to get one as they are now split from Auric War Clans. Yeah, I mean, we'll find out. We'll see if they do. Are they split? I think they're in the Auric War Clans book, are they not? Cameron, thank you very much for the £77. Funds for She Who Thirsts Spearhead. Shame the box doesn't cost 66. It is a shame it doesn't cost 66. Thank you very much for that. That is exceptionally kind of you. Would you like me to buy it now? What's it called? Hedonites of Slaanesh. I don't think I own any of the stuff that's in it. What's in it? Hedonites of Slaanesh. There we go. In it we have 1 Shard Speaker of Slaanesh. Nope. 3 Slangor Fiendbloods. Nope. 5 Slick Blade Seekers. Nope. And 10 Blissbarb Archers plus 1 Blissbrew Homunculus. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the little creature. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can get this bought now. It is indeed £77 on Firestorm Games. There we go. Do you know what I also need? I need a Grey Seer primer can. Good reminding. And I probably need some Stirland Mud as well. Given as I go through it at a rate of knots. Yep. Put that in. Am I buying anything else, guys? What are you buying? What are you buying? Name that game. Try Ghoul Grey from Colourforge. I've tried what's the Wraithbone one called? Is it called Bone White? Bone Wraith? Have you looked at AK's basing mud? Nope, I refuse to buy products from AK Interactive. I will not support them in any way, shape or form. Oh yeah, fire slares. Uh, is there a reason for that? Yeah, because they because they try and profit off of war crimes. Fire slayer's battlesmith. It is a battlesmith I need, isn't it? Volkite berserkers is the other thing I need. They also did it again very recently when they released a catalogue showing you how you can use AK products to recreate Ukraine war dioramas. So it's like, guys, what are you doing? And the last time they did it, they released a catalogue that was showing you how you can use AK products to recreate gas chambers and mass graves and things like that from real world atrocities, and that's just not okay. Like, I draw the line. Um, it's a pretty easy line to draw, you know. Um, if you Google AK Interactive uh, controversy, you'll find it. It's not hard to find. um, yeah, it's just no. Oh, sorry. Yes, Grombrindle. Yes, it is on my list. It's in that same list I said earlier. So, Fulgrim Transfigured, Callous and Toll, and Bran's Oathbound. Um, yeah, it's on the list of things to do when I get a hot minute. I don't have any hot minutes this week, but Asmodeus, do you have a Battlesmith and 10 Volkite Berserkers? Because that's all I need. That's all I need. I can't deal with another pile of miniatures that I won't ever be able to get to. Where am I? Here. God, it's expensive being a war hipster sometimes. I'm telling you. Do I need any other? Do I need any more paints? I might need a pot of Grey Knight Steel. I'm not entirely sure. Let's get it just to be on the safe side. Grey Knights Steel. And probably that as well. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Hello, Squigburger. Burn any AKI products I get. Got it. No, look, I mean, it's just a principle of mine is that I don't want to fund them whilst they. I mean, look, their response to it is never great as well. They just go, "Oh, we didn't mean to cause any offence," but they don't pull the product. So like you can still get the. You can still buy the. Um, you can still buy the catalogs, which is just not cool. Like, I can't show you on the stream because I will get demonetized if I show you the things that they advertised. Do you see what I mean? If you've got, are you saying that you've got the Spearhead box, Asmodeus? Because if you've got all the things separately, then fantastic. But if you've got the box and it's going to be a hassle to get rid of it, and you genuinely don't want the Spearhead box, well, the Vanguard box, you can send it to me. Shoot me an email to this address, and I'll send you my email. I would like to see a tutorial on Cities of Sigmar, Free Guild General on Griffin. Better say Karl Franz. He is possessed by Sigmar, by the way, those who don't know. Yeah, no, I want to do one as well. It's on my to do list of things that I want to do is to do Karl Franz, because I want to be able to shout summon the Elector counts throughout the video. There we go. Yeah, continue to payment. Buy now with PayPal. And we'll just do it on the... Yeah, we'll do it like that. Okay. Thank you very much, Cameron. I have ordered the Hedonites of Slaanesh box. It is on the way. So that puts us on, what, like 15, 16, 17? Something like that. Vanguard Spearhead. There you are. So, Hedonites, yes. Daughters of Cain, yes. Fire Slayers, yes. If Asmodeus is going to send me the box, which is very kind of you. You don't have to, though, guys. Hedonites, Daughters, Fire Slayers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes. "16 spearheads." Seeing them in like years' time. Now I'm gonna try and do a much better job going forward of just really passing out exactly what it is I want to do on the channel, because I really enjoyed May. I really enjoyed May, and I know that like keeping up with the new stuff is the best way for the channel to grow, and it's the best, most profitable way for me to continue keeping the lights on in terms of ad revenue when it comes to that kind of thing. But not everything needs to be done, really, because sometimes it's a case of it's a lot of work to do on a video that isn't really going to do very well, as it were, if it's a new thing. So what I want to do is I want to just be a little bit more, I want to take a lot more ownership over what it is I'm doing rather than being beholden to a release schedule. obviously when stuff I really want to do, or I think people really want to see, or is going to be really supportive and good for the channel and for the community, I want to do that stuff. But you know, stuff like when like battle tomes come out or codexes come out and there's a captain model and a homunculus, for example, it's like, yeah, you should do 1 week 40k, second week AOS, and so on. Yeah, but then that means I have to paint 40k models. I have to find 40k models to paint that are interesting. You know? It's something that I've thought about in the past, of doing like this week is this week, this week is that week, this week is that week, this week is that week. You can get into an awful confusion though with that, in that you end up basically releasing videos that are completely against the grain of what's going on. So given as a great example that the 29th of June is Skaven Tide, you know, if I had a copy of the box and I wanted to release it then, but instead I was putting out a 40k model, no one will care. Do you know what I mean? I find myself just wanting to paint cool models instead of doing gaming right now. I'm with you, Squigburger. I'm with you on that. That's why I love painting. That's why I really enjoy painting the spearheads, because all the models are really cool, and it also goes towards painting, getting ready for the spearhead, which is super cool. Hello, Mr. Gwatkin. Oh, I'm very pleased. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do the Kharadron one. And then I just kind of, I just took it upon myself to just go, do you know what? Let's just get it done. Just get her done. Just pull your finger out, Josh. And there it is. And what I kind of want to add to this is I want to add 2 Grunstock gun haulers. And some Thunderers. So 2 Grunstock gun haulers and maybe like 10 Thunderers. And then maybe I'll look at another character. I'll need to emotionally recover before I do an Ironclad. But I think I have like, I think I have at least 15 Thunderers here somewhere. And I know I have an Ironclad. I'm pretty certain I've got 2 Grunstock gun haulers, but I might only have the 1. But I'd like to... I mean, the thing at this point is, rather than engaging any large Age of Sigmar projects at this moment, other than the spearheads, is it's like, well, I don't know what the points are going to be. And I also don't know how to create a... I don't know how to create an army yet. Not fully. So, once I do know that stuff, I'll be able to dive a little bit more in. Wanted to say thanks for the Curse City videos. Binge the playlist while I've been building the heroes. Got 2 left of those and some of the expansion minis. That's awesome. I'm glad I could help. There's a couple of models I need to do for that. I've got Radikar the Beast. And I think I have Belladamma Volga somewhere. I'm working on some more Deathwatch veterans and put the final touches on some Gene Stealers. Then it is some Wolfguard Terminators and a Primaris Crusader squad. I am all over the place. I love it. Sean is painting Corsairs of Umbar. Love it. Yeah, I need to build 5 Minas Tirith Knights. and 4 Guards of the Fountain Court. Then I need to paint 4 Guards of the Fountain Court, Gandalf, Hurin the Tall, Ingold. It's something like 25 Men of Minas Tirith. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 20, 24. 24 Men of Minas Tirith. And the 5 Knights. And the 6 Citadel Guard. So I've got a lot of Minas Tirith. But that'll wind me up to 1,000 points. And then I've also got the Riders of Rohan as well to do. Something like 18 of them. I'm painting Vigilors, Xandar's True Seekers, a Lord Arcanum, and a Lord Imperator, and then Gardas all hopefully this month. Oh, I love it, Cameron. I love it. I love Stormcast Eternals. I love to hear it. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with... I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of... when the multi-part Stormcast stuff comes out. Because obviously, Skaven Tide will be a big chunk. But I've just done 1,000 points of Hallowed Knights, roughly. I think it'll probably be about the same as well in 4th. But about 1,000 points of them, plus the Skaven Tide Stormcast, will put it over to over a 2,000 point army, I'm sure, of Hallowed Knights. I've done Hammers of Sigmar, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the multi-part releases when they come out. Because the Celestial Vindicators need some boys. Or do I start a 4th Storm Host? A 4th Storm Host, I hear you say. $8,000 points of Stormcast. I should really get to 10,000, shouldn't I? I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I've got 6 Stormdrake Guard here alone. Which are like the last of the things I haven't done from 3rd. Because everything else, I painted it. It's all done. Oh, 5 Vindictors as well. I was going to put them into the Hallowed Knights, but then I was like, I've already done 5 for the Hallowed Knights. I've done 5 Vigilors. So they'll be joined by some Liberators. The new Knight Azeroth looked better as a Hammer of Sigmar. Just saying. Yeah, it did look pretty good as a Knight, as a Hammer of Sigmar. But would it not look really cool as an Anvil of the Helden Hammer? Maybe. Maybe I resurrect the Anvils of the Helden Hammer. What were the 5 new Storm Hosts you were going to paint? So they were... I need to look at it because I can't remember the list. I can't remember all the names. It's too many names. Oh my god. They were... Sons of the Gladius, Astral Templars, Stormblood Guard, Sons of Malus, and Celestial Warbringers. Did you paint any dragons? I did. So there's 3 Stormdrake videos. So we've got, in the kind of box art blue, we've got the Black Dragon Knight Draconis. And we've got Blue Eyes White Dragon is in there as well. And Ionis Cryptborn. And Krondys. And Karazai. Malus, yeah. Spelt like that, Malus. M-A-L-L-U-S. Yeah, Sons of Malus. I'll show you what they look like. Because they're really cool. There you go. So it's black and purple. It's a really cool scheme. That's the Sons of Malice right there. It's really nice. I'll show you Stormblood Guard as well. That's the Stormblood Guard. Silver and red. It looks great. It's a lovely, lovely scheme. Some people have done some really nice colours of it as well. So that's the Stormblood Guard. What's the other ones? Sons of the Gladius. Can't type. Sons of the Gladius. There they go. See? Lovely green. And then Astral Templars. I mean, you guys know what Astral Templars look like, right? But Astral Templars, they look like that. And then Celestial Warbringers. Look like that. It's a slight tonal difference in the armor, but I know how I'm going to do it. See, there it is. They used to have their own upgrade kit. It's a really cool upgrade kit as well. So yeah, that's the 5 I'm gonna do. The 5 I've already done are, if I go to YouTube and go to Warhipster, and go to playlists and go to Stormcast. So I've done Silas Beastbane as an Astral Templar. I've done the Celestial Vindicators. I've done the Hallowed Knights. I've done the Hammers of Sigmar. I've done the Anvils of the Helden Hammer. I've done the Tempest Lords. I've done the Knights Excelsior. Because I just love painting Stormcast. They're so fun. They are my favourite boys. Best boys. Yeah. So, loads of Stormcast. Maybe an Astral Templar's Stormhost would look pretty cool. Or Knights Excelsior as well. I have them all under there. Good evening, Gavin Kirby. How are you? Have you done Celestant Prime? I did do the Celestant Prime a little while ago, but what I'm hoping Celestant Prime is going to get an up gun. I'm hoping it's going to go. I'm hoping it's going to get a redesign. Because you can't have the Knight Azeroth and the Prosecutors look as good as they do. And then have the Celestant Prime look the way he does. I might be disappointed. And I'm fully prepared to be disappointed. But I'm hoping that Celestant Prime gets a redesign. Will you make the Hallowed Knights a secret recipe a bit gory since it's new edition? I'm going to definitely make them a little bit darker. Yeah, absolutely. I have ideas on how I'm going to do that. And it's not all of them as well, I should point out. I think I've got a really good idea for how to kind of do a midway between the very blue ones that I've done and a sort of midway point and then also the darker point. I like Tempest Lords. Tempest Lords are cool. They do look really nice. I've got my Tempest Lords guy in here somewhere. he's hiding. He's hiding in there. So, Stormcast, man. They're my faves. As if that wasn't obvious enough. Anyway. Guys, it is 20 to 8, so we are probably going to leave things there. I just want to say a massive big thank you to Cameron, Jack Mikesell, Auckland, Vicious Goose, Beardhammer Wargaming, Brainbug, Goblin Horde, King Auric, and Cameron again. Raid Liam. I can raid Liam. Shall we raid Liam? He'll make fun of us for some reason. I'll raid Liam because you said to do so, Star Pilot. He's doing some repenture right now. Okay, fair enough. So if you like 40k, I'm going to send you over to Liam. So you'll have more fun there. But, yeah, we're going to end things there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. Like I said, there will be a painting video tomorrow. There will be a live stream on Wednesday. There will be a painting video on Thursday and on Friday. And there will be a video on Saturday as well. So, loads of videos coming for you. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. Here is the hand of farewell. I raise it to all of you. Love you. Best audience ever. And tell Liam I said hi. I'll tell him as well. Love you. Bye.